What's good, everybody? You're watching Know This. I am here in Detroit with a Detroit native, Sterling Toles. He is a visual and musical artist who uses his art for healing and transformation. And he's going to be taking us on a tour of some of his favorite parts of Detroit that he thinks really represents the spirit of the city and all the great history and transformation that's going on. So let's go and learn about Detroit. Yes. Today I am joined by Noah Stevens of the People of Detroit Project and also by Lauri of Detroit Lives. And both of them are doing awesome creative work that's really showcasing what's living and breathing and really beautiful about Detroit and its people. So thank you both for joining me.
It's a pleasure. I started doing the People of Detroit because I felt like the coverage of the city was at times accurate but not always representative. So while there are a lot of people in the city, a lot of places in the city that are broken down and in despair, and also a lot of people I feel who are doing something to propel the city forward. These are the people that I was encountering in my everyday life, so I wanted to document that and provide some record of that and send it forward so for other people around the world to see. So.
My thing has always been like it's so much happening here simultaneously, but I really feel like complete transformation collectively happens when people from their respective communities or parts or whatever are open to the possibility of, you know, just converging and connecting, you know. So
Feedem Freedom. That's hot. That's really hot.
We want to buy a lot.
Before we go, do you have anything?
These are some fellow gardeners and friends of ours. We're doing an art project together, and
let's see what's the project.
So basically, there's these 7 panels over in the Crown Cleaners lot, and we did them last year. They bought the wrong panels for it, so it deteriorated really quickly.
Oh, that's you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So to give it some longevity, we're gonna get the proper panels, and we've got a couple local farmers / artists, which includes Wayne and Kate Devlin. And we're going to make an advertisement with imagery and lettering about eating local food, have an opening there where people get information about local farms and stuff. And then from there, we're going to walk over here for a feast.
Oh, wow.
So that's the plan. We just put in the application today, and they're going to give it to us.
We want to be here. We don't want to just grow some stuff and give it all away, you know, because those folks down there give away food. Those people was lined up at 7:30 this morning to get the free food bank food. I mean, but they also come over here and get food too. And we want to be here.
we're joining a movement that's already been taking place, and we're just adding our 2 cents in the urban garden agriculture movement, where agriculture is its premise, and sustainable agriculture. I just found out about when I visited with these brothers and sisters here. This brother has from Nigeria. They're creating heat with cow manure and water.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
And they put it in this 55-gallon drum, and of course the pressure builds up, and you lift some of the pressure off, but then you put another tube in it, the gas it comes from, you can cook on it.
Wow.
It creates a gas and electricity, but that can deal with homelessness in the neighborhood. In the winter, if people don't have nowhere to go, they can live in a greenhouse for a minute.
I don't know, I think it's a great time in the city, man. It's like there's so many people doing so much.
And during that process, we develop our own culture, our own cultural norms, and that within itself will educate people to transform the system.
Kind of going back to the whole food thing, last year or two, like you'll see like 15-30 people just fishing. You know? Like it's like before, like you would never, you see people fishing here and there. Like now it's like serious. Like,
yeah, because it's like this is
this is
food.
You know, so like you see a lot of people ambition, you know,
Wow.
like seriously.
Yeah.
I feel like both Detroit and the nation are at a crossroads right now where we're going to have to decide if we're going to forge the way forward based on evidence and reason, or if we're going to do it based on superstition, nonsense, and outmoded ways of thinking. So it's my sincere hope that people who are dedicated to using the best evidence that we have to inform our decisions, those people speak out when they do things like what you're doing, you know, this, and encourage people to correct things that are untrue, abandon those untrue beliefs, and move forward with facts and evidence.
I want to see this place work on a variety of different levels, but more importantly, I want to see Detroit redefine the way that we conceive this notion of like the American dream. I think that Detroit is in a very powerful position to rethink a lot of the conventional norms that, you know, we've indoctrinated as gospel.
So this is the Heidelberg Project on the Lower East Side of Detroit, Michigan, which started about 25 years ago by artist Tyree Guyton and his grandfather. As you see, like the polka dots and stuff were actually inspired by his grandfather and his love of jelly beans.
Oh, nice.
But he always felt like there was a disconnection between the arts and the actual like city of Detroit, you know. So he wanted to have a deeper connection between the arts in a way in which it wasn't controlled by commerce or capitalism, but it was like a living, breathing, functioning element within the city's landscape.
But the broken state of a lot of things that are very straightforward and in your face, when you're surrounded by that, you know, you become very solutions oriented. I think almost by default. I mean, when people, you know, say like the spirit of Detroit is so like resilient and too, you know, very innovative, it's like, well, we're surrounded by an environment that sort of cultivates that kind of thing.
It reflects to me the ultimate sentiment of being in Detroit, and that is that, you know, it's not necessarily like what's in front of you or what has happened, but it's about your ability to transform things. You know, so a lot of things that are abandoned or thrown away or discarded.
Just like the garden projects too.
Exactly.
Like taking
Exactly.
this open space and doing something with it.
Yeah, and I think too it illustrates that we have a profound ability to actually make our dreams tangible through our actions fully, as opposed to waiting on certain people or circumstances or things.
Or to get the money to buy a canvas, just like there's the fence.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
As long as there is anything tangible around you, you have the ability to make what's in your heart tangible.
I would also like to get each of your dreams for the next generation in Detroit, and also kind of next generation in our greater nation. What are the dreams that you like to see?
Yeah, I mean, I sort of alluded to it before, but my dream for this city is that we write a new rule book for the way that American cities operate and the way that they work in this increasingly globalized system that, like, you know, in a lot of ways we're just getting used to. I mean, we're seeing entire economies like have to retool their entire existence. That's a really tough process, but it's fascinating to think what can happen. And like when we start to get imaginative with the way that we approach that process, you know, you start to see like how the puzzle pieces could potentially fit together, and I think that that's a fascinating journey. And I really sincerely hope that Detroit is an instrumental player in realizing that process and that vision. And it's not going to be easy, but it's totally possible. I mean, and if there's a city with people that have the potential, I truly believe, you know, we can do it here.